All right, how's everyone doing? Today to be doing a presentation on sports and clubs. Today we're going to start with sports here at BG. We have a couple friends here that are going to talk about their sports and clubs. This is a way to get information on different opportunities to get involved here at school. To do first, as soon as it starts working, is go to Schoology. Joined the Schoology advisory. Should have joined Schoology in advisory your first day. If you didn't, maybe just open up a separate Notability and take notes. But if you did, Schoology under Freshman Core, you're going to see a PDF called Interested Clubs Sheet.pdf. And what I want you to do with that is click the arrow, the box with the arrow, and open it in Notability. And this is going to be something you're going to be using over the next 4 times you're in advisory. This is what you're going to use to keep information on clubs or sports you're interested in, as well as important things you need to know, like who the sponsor is or the coach, important dates, if they have contact info, a Twitter, etc. Today is going to be a little bit longer than normal. We're going to go a little bit minute mark probably, but the next we're going to be way short, so we'll make it up to you on those days. So while you're getting organized, sport, I'll talk about this one, is football. Football obviously has already started. We had our first game last Friday. Our first home game is this Friday. And don't forget, this Friday is also if you are interested in football, you should definitely reach out to one of these people. Mr. Vidalka, Mr. Kalaje, Mr. Gribish, Mr. Kutska, Mr. Miller, Mr. Naughton, Mr. Vukovic, Mr. Tro, Mr. Montemayor, Mr. Pollack, Mr. Gibble, or Mr. Pitchick. They can provide you information that you know to get ready for next season's team. So if you're interested in football, check out one of those people. You guys here from soccer? No? So we obviously have 2 teams here. We have a girls team and a boys team. Boys soccer is going on right now. It is coached by Mr. Abel. Tryouts begin in August and the season ends in October. So if you are interested in that, reach out to Coach Abel. If you search him on your email, it should pull up because he doesn't teach in the building. Also a BG alum, so that's kind of fun. Girls soccer, we have Coach Duddle. It is Pat Duddle. He's a driver's ed teacher. He's also an assistant boys coach. Starts in the spring. It starts at the end of February. Back from break, you're definitely going to want to be listening to announcements and checking the website, because free plays will begin for girls soccer. So if you're a female and you're interested in playing soccer, definitely write down some information for that. We got any boys volleyball players here? Boys volleyball, that is coached by Mr. Koziak. He is a science teacher here. It is a spring sport. The beauty of it is that to participate, you don't need any experience. And that's something you're going to notice with a lot of the sports here, is that at the freshman level, you don't really need any experience. It's just if you're interested in it, if you want to get involved, come on out. They'd love to have you. They are the reigning MSL conference champs and regional champs as well. Free plays are going to begin in January. So once again, right when we get back from winter break, listen to announcements, talk to Mr. Koziak, check out Twitter and our school webpage to find out when they're starting up. And tryouts will begin in March. Cross country, we got any cross country guys in here? Nope. So we have 2 cross country teams that are going on right now. We have No, just watching. We have the girls team with Coach Kelly. She's a math teacher. Have the boys team, who is coached by Mr. Marks, who is a science teacher but is our math and science division head. They are still taking athletes right now, so if you are interested in participating, reach out to one of them. All are welcome. Again, no experience needed. The season's going on right now. The boys are the reigning MSL champs and actually had the individual state champion Kevin Salvano last year. This is a great sport to get involved in, especially if you are interested in other sports and want to stay in shape for them. You should consider cross country. I'd recommend, if you're interested in this, reach out to Miss Kelly and Mr. Marks as soon as you can. Golf. We have two golf teams here. Once again, they're being held right now. We have Mr. Myers, who is a social studies teacher, as well as our girls teacher. And we have Mr. Duffer, who teaches in social sciences. They are started. They are not taking new athletes, but you can definitely try out as a sophomore for next year, during next fall. If you are interested in being a golfer, talk to one of them, depending on which team you would be on, and find out what information you need to know for those sports. Co-ed cheerleading. So this is coached by Mr. Siegel, who works in our special ed department, Ms. O'Donnell, who is a PE teacher, and Mr. Hansen, who works in our career and technical education department. They are the reigning IHSA state champions, and they have actually won 3 of the last 4, so they're pretty good. Tryouts for the competitive team and winter season are the last week of October, guys and girls. So if you're interested in being a part of it, check the hallways for signs, talk to one of those teachers and let them know that you are interested in it. Fall season, it is a club, and during the winter season, it is an IHSA team. Basketball, we have 2 basketball teams here. We have our girls basketball team and our boys basketball team. Team is coached by Mr. College. He is a dean here. The boys basketball team is coached by Mr. Peterson. He is a social science teacher here. They are both winter sports, and they're going to be starting open gyms coming up soon. Going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. in the field house. The boys, I believe, are going to be Monday, Wednesday, but that hasn't been announced yet. So keep an ear out for announcements, or reach out to Mr. Coach Keith Peterson. If you are looking for information on Twitter, Mr. College's Twitter account is @DeanOfHoops. Mr. Peterson's Twitter account is @BGHSBball, and those open gyms will be starting up soon. Wrestling. No wrestlers here, right? Wrestling is another winter sport. And to let you know, you'll never have to lose weight to be a part of the program. Practices aren't very long. They never go past 5 p.m. Sometimes people are concerned about ringworm or skin problems. They don't really have those because they are pretty meticulous about how clean they keep their mats. They like to describe it as MMA fighting without the kicking, and probably without the entrance music as well, but you never know. The head coach is Coach Kutska. He is a special ed teacher. Coach Pribben is a math teacher. He's an assistant coach. Coach Vilk is an English and a tech teacher. And Mr. Vukovic, who is a special ed teacher. Those are all the coaches in the building. They are people you should reach out to. Need some information about it. This program keeps growing every year. Everyone that does it tends to love it and have a lot of fun with it. So if you don't have a sport for the winter and you're looking for something to do, definitely consider wrestling. Girls bowling. We don't have any girls in here, so I'm assuming no one's here from girls bowling. Once again, another sport where no experience is needed. The season starts November 14th. It is a winter sport, and it goes until about mid-February. Practices are at Arlington Lanes, which is right down the block on Dundee Road. Actually, it's just off Dundee Road, but far from school. Meets are always on Mondays and Wednesdays and sometimes on Saturdays, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. If you are interested in this, you're going to want to reach out to Coach Triplum. She is in room C12. Gymnastics. We got any gymnasts here? Okay, we have two gymnastics teams. We have girls gymnastics with Coach Schrader, who is in the math science department, and Coach Leslie, who is a PE teacher. Open gyms begin in October, with the season beginning November 7th, so make sure you get your paperwork turned in on time. The boys are coached by Coach Crandall. He is a social science teacher. Gyms for the boys program will begin in December, and it says up there he's going to have announcements. So if you're interested in gymnastics, and be sure to be on the lookout or keep your ears open in December for announcements about boys gymnastics. Welcome. You don't need any experience, and the girls are a winter sport, so they are going to be in November. The boys are actually a spring sport, so they won't start up until the day before Valentine's Day. Track and field, we have two teams here. Coach Hutchinson is the girls track and field coach. That is her email address. She's out of the building. So definitely make sure you write that down and reach out to her if you're interested in being on the track team. It's a no-cut program, so basically if you try out, you're going to be on the team, which is pretty cool. Some of the teachers that are in, Miss O'Donnell, who's a PE teacher, and Mr. Levis, who is a social studies teacher. Strength and conditioning workouts begin in November. That's kind of like their open gyms. In November, season starts in February, so you're going to want to listen to the announcements of when open gyms start for track and field. Mr. Podolka, who is in the library working with the Lit Lab and Compass Learning and all of them, so you're going to want to talk to him. Mr. Pitchick, who is a teacher, and Mr. Para, who is a Spanish teacher. February, same thing. They usually work hand in hand with the girls track team. So if you are interested in running track, I believe they are a no-cut sport as well. So if you try out, you're on the team. Talk to Coach Podolka. Water polo. We got water polo guys in here, right? Polo?
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you guys say your names and talk a little bit about water polo and important information people need to know about it.
All right, my name is Daniel.
My name is Eve.
And yeah, we've been playing water polo both for it's like a really fun sport. You should definitely come out. It's really competitive. We plan on winning the MSL East this year in our nice new pool.
Yeah, we have a nice new facility, and it's a double deep pool, so that means you're treading in the water. So our legs are more conditioned than other teams and their experience for playing water polo.
Definitely talk to Mr. Kopecki. He's our head boys coach, and if you're a girl, you should talk to Scallon. He's the head girls coach.
And when do free plays start? Because that's kind of covered up.
They'll be coming up soon, so watch the announcements for news.
Terrific. Thank you, guys. You guys can go to lunch if you want, unless you're here for another sport. Swimming and diving, is that you guys as well? All right. Are you in it too? No, you're something else? Okay. Swimming and diving, let's hear about it.
Swimming is a no-cut sport, so if you're just interested, come out and try. It's really competitive again. An 8-lane pool, so we have a lot of space to practice.
Yeah, so especially for all you freshmen that have never swam before, and through the practice you'll eventually get pretty good and varsity. And we're like Ed said, we're really competitive.
Awesome. And it looks like boys are a winter sport, so they haven't started yet. Girls are currently going on right now. So if you are a girl, thank you guys. If you are a girl and you're interested in being a part of the swim team, you're going to want to talk to Mr. Moroz. He is in the CTE department. He might be your advisory teacher right now, for all I know. And if you are a boy, you're going to want to talk to Mr. Scallon, who is down in the pool area. Badminton with Coach Von Grandel. Last year, believe we placed downstate the past 2 years in badminton. It is a spring sport. Mr. Von Grandel is down in the special ed department in room A116. Badminton team is a lot of fun. Everyone that participates loves it. They get to wear Crocs, which is a thing, I guess. I don't know why they do that, but they seem to have fun with it. But badminton is definitely a good sport for those of you who get to the spring. If you don't really have a sport to play and you're interested, consider badminton. Boys tennis, last but not least for sports. These are my guys here. Introduce yourselves and talk a little bit about it.
All right, hi, I'm Eddie Motor.
And shout out to Miss Larson's advisory.
Woo!
All right, so both of us are seniors here at BG. We've been playing tennis all 4 years. The head coach for boys tennis is Coach Naughton. He is a health teacher here. He is also a gym teacher. We're a spring sport, and tryouts are normally late February, early March, about first 2 weeks of March.
Practices are about 2 hours. We have a JV and varsity team with about 11 people on each and alternates. Tryouts are the first and second week of March, and our first informational meeting will probably be the week before March, so the last week in February.
A no-cut sport for freshmen. They will end up playing as alternates on JV, but we have seen those people make it all the way to the top of varsity, so definitely come out for this sport if you're interested.
And if they're interested, who should they talk to?
Definitely email Coach Naughton, michael.naughton@d214.org, or you can find him on Twitter at BG Boys Tennis.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. You guys go to lunch. All right. So that is all the sports here at BG, or the sports that wanted to present. One thing I want to make everyone aware of, something starting next week. It says started this week. That is a typo. This is starting next week. We have a program here called Lit Lunch. For those of you unfamiliar with Lit Lunch, what it is it's a way to who are struggling in classes to try to improve their grades. So how do you get placed in Lit Lunch? If you have an F for 2 straight weeks in a class, you will be placed in Lit Lunch for 4 weeks. When is Lit Lunch? Lit Lunch is going to be the first 20 minutes of non-advisory lunch period. So if you're watching this now, you have advisory Monday, Wednesday. So Tuesday, Friday, you would go down to the Lit Lab if you're watching this and you have a Tuesday, Friday advisory, then Monday, Wednesday, you would have Lit Lunch and attendance is taken. What it is it's a way to kind of get you to get your grades up, to work with teachers, to work on getting your homework in. And if you're in there for 4 straight weeks, okay? Even if you have an F for 2 weeks, and the following week you get your grade up, you're still in there for 4 weeks. If after 4 weeks you still have, you'll be placed in there for another 4 weeks. So if you value your lunchtime, which I know a lot of you do, make sure that you're doing whatever you need to do to make sure your grades are doing great and that you're doing everything you can, best you can be. So that's the end of today's presentation. Thank you all for paying attention. Next time we meet, we are going to start having some clubs come in and talk to us about why to join their clubs. Thank you very much and have a great day.